Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I'm the manager or proprietor of Mum's Cafe. I bought it from my late wife 12 years ago. Sadly, she passed away and I've taken over the role. Basically, just run the cafe. I know a bit of the history. It's always, to my knowledge, it's always been a cafe and bakery. It was, when I was a young lad, I think it was a bakery and cafe. Before that, I don't know, but this was built about 1912. It was the railway used to run through here to Canoe Lake, and it was built just after that was pulled down, which was about 1910. I think it's always been a cafe or bakery since then, but I don't know. All the time I know it has been, yes. We have been doing this for a few years now. It's a French exchange students that come over and obviously get a ferry back to France. We've built up a trade with France now where we give them a traditional English fish and chips, ice cream and orange juice about 7 o'clock, 7:30 before they get back onto the ferry to go home. Occasionally we'll do a breakfast for them as they come off the coach, but the main trade there is an evening meal before they get back on the coach, because the age group can vary quite a bit between 13 and 17, and I think the time they get back on the ferry, which is about 10 o'clock, the time they eat, it's a bit late for those age groups. So we've been doing that for a little while now. It happens at generally break times for schools, so it isn't a weekly thing, it's a kind of periodic thing.
Do you have any main competition in Albert Road, other food places?
Yes, quite a bit. More and more opening up. It's become a eating place and a drinking place in the evening.
So with the recession, the loss of other jobs, that's affected you?
Yes, building work really, I would imagine. There's not a lot of building work going on in Southsea at all, or in Portsmouth. Weatherspoons of doing breakfast in the morning, which obviously hits trade. You've got all these Greggs and places like that, the fast food and sandwich outlets. They obviously hit trade.
Most of your customers are loyal customers.
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Is most of your the trade, like customers you have, do you think you rely on the loyal customers? Are they your main source?
Yeah, main source. Yeah, the main source. Loyal customers, yes. Yes, there's a lot of lonely people about, obviously. A cafe is somewhere where they feel they can come in and sit down, yes, and maybe get to know people without intruding, yeah? In other words, it's a convenient place to be able to sit down. More so than a pub, I would have thought.
Almost the same.
Women, again, I'm stereotyping, but I don't mean to. Certain age women don't go into pubs on their own. I know the culture has changed now with younger people, but the culture for that age group was you don't go into a pub on your own, but you can come into a cafe on your own. Yeah.
It's almost very similar to a library. Would you agree with that? You're not bothered, you're not hassled. It's not.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, similar.
It's not drink up people who are closing.
No, there's no, and it's a big enough cafe to accommodate. In other words, it isn't a small cafe, so you can let people sit in here for quite a long time.
How has Albert Road and the rest of Portsmouth changed over the past 12 years since you've been working here?
Portsmouth not so much, maybe just Gunwharf has changed Portsmouth a hell of a lot, but Albert Road has changed significantly in the last 12 years. It's really become an eating place for students, drinking and eating place for students now, rather than it was a lot of specialist shops before. That they seem to be disappearing, and it is really a student road. I think there'll always be a cafe here of some description, because this, I think, is the largest one in Portsmouth as a cafe. Yeah, but in what way it will change, I don't know. If I knew that, then I wouldn't tell you, would I? But I don't know. But I think it'll always be a cafe or some kind of eating establishment because of its position.
But you love what you do?
I like what I do. Yeah. Hard work though, long hours. Yeah, I don't see myself here for being here for a great deal longer.